Good morning, this is totally random.
Featuring Franz Maruna and Andrew Embler.
Hello! Welcome to Totally Random, your periodic show about Concrete5. I'm Franz, this is Andy.
Hello.
And here we are. Good morning. In news, just a couple things.
5612.
5612? Yeah.
That's not just an arbitrary string of numbers anymore.
That's a new version has been released. It's awesome. It's got a lot of performance improvements over 5.5. It's really a kind of a sub-release to 5.6.1, as the numbers would imply. But if you have been kind of waiting for a stable, happy, safe, and secure version that you want to upgrade to get all the blistering fast performance improvements and advanced permissions in 5.6, now is that time.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, oh, look at this. What are you doing? Okay, yeah. Upgrade away. In other news, some spam sweatshop in Bangladesh loves Concrete5.
Yeah.
And they're passionate about you watching soccer games or something. So, yeah, they're getting blocked. Sorry to everyone else in Bangladesh that might accidentally get blocked as they get blocked, but, you know, walk down the street and talk to them. What else? Brian Lewis stopped by the office.
Yeah, it's always
That was
nice
fun.
to meet. Always nice to meet community members in the flesh.
Reach out and touch people in the community. We touched Brian, and he touched us. And it's cool. Nice to meet him. He's an old school community member.
Yeah,
I don't know his user
very
number, but it
first.
might be just double digits for all we know.
It's very possible.
I remember seeing Brian Lewis back when I used to hang out in IRC. So it's a pleasure to meet him, and I think we got a picture of that
Yeah,
at
it's a
some
good
point.
picture.
The Matt's digging up was a big picture. We all stood around, took a picture. It's pretty sweet. And
It might come at you.
Mike, imagine maybe you saw it on Twitter. Yeah, there you go. I see it.
It might be loading right now.
Boom! Oh, I like that. It's like old school. Loads like a JPEG on a 56K modem. Yeah, there we are. There's Brian on the
Doing it.
end. I don't know if that's the left or the right because everything gets all switched up these days. But it's he's not Greg. He's the other guy. The guy on the end with the glasses is Brian. Brian, it was a pleasure to meet you, and keep up good work. Oh, I gotta stop clapping at people this time. So
That was.
that's the news as I know it. I don't know if there's other news, but I've forgotten if there
That
was.
seems some good news.
That segues well to Karma.
And the weekly Karma winners. Come on down.
All right, so we've gamified the excitement of being part of an open source community on concrete5.org. So if you are doing things, if you're helping people in the forums or submitting code patches or all sorts of different kind of things, promoting the project, you get Karma points. And those Karma points add up, and every week we run the Karma machine, which gives away licenses to some of the paid software in the marketplace to our Karma leaders. So who are our winners, Matt?
We got Mickley winning a copy of the secure video streaming add-on.
Awesome! I know he's got good uses for that.
He did some help this week apparently.
Oh, he's very helpful.
Roni D Developer won a copy of the social feed add-on for promoting Concrete5.
Excellent, Roni D!
And Binary Blocks won a copy of the domain mapper for doing work.
Nice. That's a great one. Well, thank you. Thank you to everybody who's helped out. In all seriousness, it's awesome to be part of something that has so many people passionate and involved and contributing. It's amazing every day. Do we have pictures?
We do.
Awesome.
Sweet. Let's look at it. Whoa, John the fish. I would never have assumed that there would be fish on his fridge. Nice. Sticker on the fridge.
Very nice.
I think that's what that is.
Oh wow,
What?
that's so meta.
Wow. That's us. Inside of us.
Looking at our own sticker. Actually, looking at us. I mean, right now.
Wow, man. Nice. Very good time of knowledge. Oh man, that looks like some type of trade show thing. Tagging us in a trade show? Well,
They found us, our sticker.
They found someone. They just found it. I like that. Nice. Oh, that poor cat.
Tolerating that sticker for several
Nice.
seconds longer.
Good. Excellent.
Nice.
Wow, that's a nice shot too. Someone's got some like product photography background. About to peel out of there. Leave us in a dust snow cloud. That's us. That's not a sticker at all.
Amazing. Like,
All
what's that? We're like staring at them.
Thank you. That's awesome. If you like stickers, and who doesn't really, we would happily send you some. All you have to do is go to our swag page underneath Marketplace. That's going to show you how. You scroll down, and you'll see you can buy shirts. We can send you bamboo USB keys and stuff. If you just want some free stickers, I'll send them to you. That's no problem. We'll stick 5 stickers in an envelope and mail them through the U.S. Postal Service. The U.S. Postal Service cannot mail stickers to an email address, nor can it mail stickers to just a first name. If you would like those stickers to arrive at your house, which we desperately want, you have to put your whole mailing address in there. If you're in a different country, we don't know what it's supposed to look like, so just make it good and we'll put a dollar stamp on it and send it off to you. It's very frustrating when they come back, so please just put your full postal address in there and we will send you stickers. You'll put them on things and take pictures and we'll put them on the show and hilarity ensues.
Yeah.
Yes.
You get karma.
Excellent.
Yeah.
It's all good. What else is going on? What are we looking at that for? Is that news? Or is that...
I think that's
No,
beer.
we're doing. Is it
Choice.
time for PRB?
Yeah.
Oh my!
Introducing Great Choice by Greg Joyce.
All right, that's good.
Man, Greg, what kind of great choice are you thinking about making today?
Well, you know, like the spring equinox happened this
did.
week, roughly.
Sure did.
And, you know, around this time of year, I start to feel a little bit better about the world and everything. So I would just like to send out a simple message of peace, blessings, and love to all the concrete5 users out there and everybody in the PRB, people that are contributing on Git, and even the people that haven't even discovered concrete5 yet.
Oh,
Wow, dude.
wow. I feel a little smaller.
Good lord. That's special.
Yeah.
Holy moly. Okay.
All right, so first up we have this orange theme, and it's a, oh man, I don't have my list of who did what.
It's delicious looking
Yeah.
though.
It does.
Man, you want to get your list?
Ah,
I can. You
Yeah,
know.
We
I
can
need-
probably,
I can-
probably explore this.
This orange theme is beautiful. Not only is it orange, but it comes with this picture that has water on a flower, which makes things look even oranger.
Looks like it has some custom button
It
stuff.
does look like there's some button styles.
Pretty
And
cool.
I don't think the zoom effect is part of the theme. I think that's just matte. It looks like it was developed back in 2500 BC, and or maybe that's oranges. And yeah, it's fresh and delicious looking. If you ran a orange company,
Yeah.
or an orange Julius, or something else, if you're just passionate about orange, one of my favorite colors.
Yeah.
Personally, I love yellow, orange, dash of red, but orange is good.
I used to see more sites with the orange theme
In orange?
predominant
Back in the day?
color back in the
I'm
day.
gonna
I
have
don't
to-
feel like I see
I
it.
don't
So.
have-
I think it might be true. There was a window where like that really intense
We're
green,
just gonna have to
and,
say what it's called.
that
And
that this
maybe
orange.
We'll have to look up the
Yeah.
developers on the blog.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I can't, for whatever reason, as a, you know, internet professional, I can't get a wireless connection on my computer right now. So,
Well, you know, it's all in the blog.
yeah, it's all on the blog, so you guys can find out who wrote
This is
these
all
by checking out the blog.
superfluous.
I believe this is
Thank you.
JD1. Alright, so let's check out the next one here.
Elements.
Elements. This is Formigo did this one.
Nice.
And you can pick different colors on this one. And, you know, it's kind of a pretty, you know, straightforward theme. It's good for accountants and so forth.
Handy.
Yeah.
Cool.
Next up, we have the Hiring Thing demo, and this was by, or the Hiring Thing add-on, and this is by Hiring Thing, the company, I suppose. So they're, you know, putting their services out on other.
I think they're local. I think we know that guy.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah, I remember one time going and chat with Ben, who's over at what's his place, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we're doing hiring thing. Check out our new hiring
yeah.
thing." thing. We're like, it's called hiring thing. We're like, yeah, it's called hiring thing. We're like, oh, cool. Yeah,
Nice.
they're local.
Oh, that's awesome.
Go team. I could be wrong. I often am.
Yeah, but it'll put
Local
in
synergy.
your job listings on hiring thing right onto a block in your site.
Nice.
This is Canticle, and I believe this was by Talikman.
Okay.
And this is a nice, theme if you want kind of sparser content with a more, open feel.
So is it your photograph in the background, or is it just
Yeah,
poker
yeah,
fields
yeah.
in the
Yeah,
background
you
all the
can
time?
configure
Okay,
that.
nice.
Cool.
I like those kind of things.
Yeah. Next up is JB1's Designer Touch.
Ooh,
And if you want kind of a, Swiss feel to your website,
Yeah.
there it is.
nice.
All right. Oh yeah, and it's responsive, obviously. This is the all-in-one syntax highlighter, and I believe this is by Proverbity, and
What?
that's the dude's name.
Okay.
And this is
Proverb.
it'll you can type in some code, and then it'll render it like this in your browser for the people that want to check out your site. So there.
Also, like on
Something
your
like
page, like you
code,
see
yeah.
the snippet highlighted. appropriately.
Exactly.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's handy.
Nice.
Yeah. This is the quiz add-on, and this is Bear Dev did this one, and it's lets you put a little quiz on your website.
Nice.
Yep.
Cool.
And these are flags by John the Fish, and as usual, it is totally thorough, and you can get flags of whichever country you want displayed on your site in these various dimensions.
Cool.
Handy tool.
Yeah, it's good. In Portfolio is a add-on by the guy's name is In Portfolio, I think, and this one lets you kind of create in the dashboard summaries of portfolio work, and then you can put it on the front page with the block.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Just
Next
I've
up
seen sites with that.
is the mobile home page, and this is basically another kind of a thing that it'll redirect mobile users, and you can choose whether you want to direct mobile and tablet users or just mobile users.
Cool.
And, this is Clove by MyTuke, and this is really one of the better add-ons that have come through lately. This one's about as in-depth, if not more so, than the e-commerce add-on.
It's a
in
full-on
terms of-
application.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a real thing. And so there's a lot of stuff to explore with this, and
It's like
I
project
believe there's-
management type.
Yeah, it's a project management thing. Yeah, that's right.
You can.
I forgot to mention
invoice
what
what
it
it
is.
actually
Yeah.
does. Yeah, it's good. Good
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And so yeah, you should check out the demo for
Well, there's
that
also
mod for Clove.
there's also a deal going on that right now. I know.
Really?
Yeah, I sent
Nice.
out an e-newsletter yesterday where you can get that for 120 something instead of 200.
Cool.
And this is the HTML5 Audio Player Pro, and I forget which developer this is, but he's new to the PRB, I think, and this is a pretty solid add-on. He also has a HTML5 Audio Player Basic that's free.
Nice.
And it does almost everything that the Pro one does. It has a bunch of different skins and templates, so you should really check out the Basic just to
Give it a try, and
get
if you
some
need a
audio
little
on
extra,
your site. Yeah.
go pro.
Go Pro. Ooh.
There's another theme. I believe it's either Formigo or JB1. You'll have to check the blog to find out. It's called Arteri5, and it is a pretty good theme. It's got kind of a bootstrappy feel. It's got those little kind of page curlish things to wrap all your menu headers and stuff. It's pretty much
Comes in colors.
a modern theme.
Cool.
Yeah, give
Nice.
color choices. This is
Amigo.
Formigo's new theme called concrete5, and it's another kind of header image, sans serif text, top menu kind of theme.
This one's actually kind of cool. I did some improving here. This is Matt speaking, and it's not,
got Matt on
not
the
to
line.
jump in and harsh your mellow, Greg. But this one is actually pretty cool because it pulls the background picture of the day from concrete5.
Oh,
the same one that
nice.
you see
Boom.
in your dashboard.
Best decision I've
That's
ever
something
made.
everybody can enjoy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Cool.
That's cool.
That one.
This is
Long
cool.
story
This
short.
is called Long Story Short, and it's a theme. And when you're using this particular page type for this theme, what'll happen is every block you add to the page goes into that kind of cool, Web 3 point whatever to, way that people are kind of putting like slides on the internet these days. So like,
I got
you press
you.
the down key
I
on
see,
your
yeah, down in
keyboard
the
and it'll
corner.
slide you down to the next slide.
Oh,
in
that's
the-
funny. I was just
Yeah.
wondering if another theme did that exact same thing because it said it was like a presentation theme, but it didn't. It was just
Yeah,
its
no,
name.
this one's
This
cool. You
actually
should
does
totally
that.
check out the demo and stuff like that. It's great. Like if you want to, because you can, since you can have multiple themes on Concrete 5, you could have just one page of your site using this theme, and you could highlight a particular development in your company. So it's really great. This is dot render from Goutnet, and if you need to show state diagrams on your website in the GraphViz dot language, this
Wow.
this is the horse to ride right here.
Wow. Yes, it is.
All right. This is also from Goutnet, and it allows you to show math on your site.
And someone's going through their PhD program right now. That's awesome.
Yeah. So there we go. And this is a cool one. It lets you, I forget, it's called Easy Tables, and I'm not sure who the developer is again, check the blog. But I believe this guy is also new to the PRB.
Nice.
And, but yeah, this is, it's nothing fancy per se, but it lets you upload CSVs and then you get a nice tabular display that you can sort. Like, what's
Yeah.
wrong with that?
Man,
Nothing's wrong with that
nothing's
at
wrong
all.
with that. Someone asked me that this morning in email.
It's like, just give me a sortable table.
I need that.
Yeah. Here's another one from Talic Man, and this is called Camera Arts Pro. And it's, another,
Some sweet colors.
yeah, it's right up with, Talic Man style. So
Nice.
it's good. This is another one from Goutnet, and it lets you do voting on pages. And then it'll also do like a summary of what pages have gotten what votes.
Lovely.
So there you go. It even has a PRB inspired template in there. Yes, I'd like to.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
I'd
really
like to give Goutnet a little shout out. He's really been tearing it up in the PRB, and we appreciate people actually reviewing things in there.
It's nice. Doing
means a
good
lot.
work. A gout shout, one might say.
Yes,
Nice.
and not the toe kind. This is from John the Fish again, and it's called Redirect When Visible, and it's an interesting one. I'm not sure what you would use it for, but what it'll do is you can put this block on your page, and then whenever this block becomes visible, you will be redirected to another page, and he's included some checks in there to make sure that you can't put this in your page in edit mode and then suddenly destroy your website.
And then never be able to
Force
get it out
yourself
of
to
it.
redirect all the time.
Yeah, so if you're using tabs or something, and you're
Yeah,
able to
yeah.
hide the block in there, it's like
Yeah.
it redirects you to the contact
Right.
page or something.
Yeah, I could see, you could have it, and then you could have a thing that's learn more, and then it would show it
this
in the
block and poof, you're out of
Yeah.
there. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I could see.
Yeah, and so I guess it's permissions based or something is how this would be
Yeah.
helpful. But yeah, cool.
Yeah, I can see.
And this is group docs again. That's signature thing for them.
Sweet.
Cool.
And this is Lightbox Gallery,
Nice.
and yeah, it's just another choice for having overlay images when you click on them.
Yep.
But yeah, it's
Choices are good.
good. This is the ABC Canvas Gallery, and this one does kind of the so-called Ken Burns effect on your
Oh.
list of images. So it's
Scan and scan, baby.
Yeah.
And then scan.
yeah, it's pretty good.
Nice.
Check out the demo.
That's Julia's
Yeah.
email. All right.
Yeah, we did it.
Nice.
That's a lot of add-ons.
Woo!
Go to the blog, check them all
Good
out.
choices.
Great choices.
Great choices.
All right. Well, there that is.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
What's next?
I think we do the
Yeah.
showcase thing, which we don't
Oh,
have
yeah.
an intro for. So. Showcase.
Yeah.
What we find? Throw this up. Oh, you're supposing Windows.
Closing lots of windows.
All right, so we're trying to bring up a awesome site that we found in the wild, and every week, and the one that we found today is press.weather.com.
Weather.com, you say?
Weather.com, yeah. There's a forecast of concrete 5 in the air.
A strong chance.
A strong chance of concrete 5ing. So the Weather Channel is using concrete 5 apparently for their press room. So there's like stuff, and you can click on things and go through.
Yeah.
I saw in the press releases there's like a little expandy collapsy date nav guide.
Nice.
Somewhere in there, I thought. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, there you go. That looks familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little tags.
Zoop. Yeah.
Wow. There it
Concrete
is.
5 in the house, yo. Pretty cool.
It's awesome.
Yeah. So, bunch of pages. Fast.
Yeah.
You know,
Doing something.
slideshows, Twitter feeds, little drop-down menus. It's
Articles.
pages. It's a website, you know.
Image gallery.
Yeah, man, there's some crazy shows on here. Man, you think Discovery Channel has some weird stuff? Space weather. If you scroll down, you get to space
Turbine
weather.
cowboy.
Deadliest space weather.
Forecasting the end. The end of what? The end of all things.
Oh, great. What's that?
Oh.
Oh, good lord. Why is... Oh.
Whoa.
Oh. What's... Well, this is not the forecast I expected when I woke up this morning. We should check outside.
I'm not.
I think this show might be over.
I feel like this might be stretching the bounds as to what might normally be in a press room.
Oh, look at this guy. Excellent. You got the meteorologists. You got the Weather Channel
buddy.
stuff. Yeah, doing some forecasting. Cool. Yeah, so there you go.
Yeah,
Concrete
all sorts
5
of
in the
stuff
wild.
going
Press.weather.com. Tell your mom. Tell her friends.
Big sites.
Big sites. Good stuff. Oh, what did we do? We did the news, we did this, we did that.
Demo time.
I think we're getting into how we do that, right? I think we're...
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So, I don't know if you've been asking questions in the chat room because we haven't been watching. I hope that you have. But today is a special day.
Oh.
A special day where we're going to give you a sneak preview to the exciting stuff that we have actually been doing on 5.7. So, tighten your belt and hold your horses. And we're going to do how would you do that intro, and everyone's going to move around in here. It's going to get really awkward for a couple of minutes, and then we're going to have Andy drive, and he'll show some stuff off, and then we'll sit back down and take questions and maybe give you answers. Right?
Excellent.
How we do it?
Let's do it.
How would we do that?
All right. What? Oh, we're back. Hi. There's Andy. He's about to sign into test. And
You
it's
see
like
it.
you can already see, there's some fancy new Bootstrap 3.0-ish buttons happening.
Yes.
Right?
So right off
Nice.
the bat, this is a very much an alpha build of.
Not even. This is a.
Yeah.
What comes before alpha?
This is
off of Andy's notebook.
yeah. This is
A notebook build.
Yeah, a notebook build, exactly. This is using a pre-release version of Bootstrap 3, like a release candidate, but I think they literally just took something from Git one day and decided to make a release candidate. So there are all sorts of styles in here that are not final, but then there are some that are. So as I log in today, you can see immediately we have a nice new shiny design for our top bar.
So clean, so elegant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it.
And we got our drafts right here in the menu.
So we're really trying to
Doesn't
bring,
actually work.
we're trying to bring the composer experience out of kind of the dashboard ghetto it was launched in. And if you know us, you know that all of our ideas kind of start and get iterated over a number of times. So one of the challenges that we're addressing with 5.7 is it doesn't always make sense to tell someone, hey, if you want to make a new page, you have to go to that spot in the tree and add a sub-page. You can see people's eyes glazing over when you do that. So, why can't I just start writing? I just want to start writing, and then maybe I can worry about where it goes later. So now you'd be able to make a new page or get at your drafts right from that editing drop-down.
Exactly.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, that please
I'll
do
just
as
keep
I do
doing
this,
that.
since
That's
I'm not sure exactly what is compelling
That's
versus
what I
what is
do.
boring. So, but we're not going to do that today because most of that stuff isn't done yet. But if I click Edit Page, you can see the beginnings of what we call our new editing experience. Right off the bat, there are no more sort of persistent markers for areas in the page.
Overwhelming dotted lines.
Exactly, lots of
Thing of the past.
Lots of names that at first glance don't mean any sense, make any sense. Right now, the only thing that you can see are the 4 areas that are in the page, and the only reason you're seeing these as without interacting with them directly is because they're empty. We had an initial build where empty areas just didn't show anything, and that was a little confusing, as you might imagine. So empty areas still have a little subtle marker showing that they actually exist.
Yeah.
And if I click here, you'll notice we have some more subdued styling throughout.
Less needless icons, nice bolder text, or
Yeah.
easily readable text when you need it.
And in general, the entire experience should also be better for editing experiences at higher DPIs. So on mobile devices, on high resolution laptops, that kind of thing. Some of our widgets would get a little bit grainy, and that should no longer be the case. And if I click Add Block here, you'll see we have a new Add Block experience.
Pretty.
And
Categories. Searchable.
just nicer. We're trying to be consistent in the use of friendly green in terms of
Edit.
edit.
Edit is green.
And
Green
you can
correct.
see right here as I add a content block. You've seen this if you've watched Totally Random before, but this is a new instance of the in context content editor powered by Redactor that we have in here.
Pretty cool.
And if you save it, you'll notice that same stuff before, but now the area is actually not outlined at all. So if I were to, and you'll notice this behaves this is a bit less overwhelming in terms of buttons and options in general. So as I publish my edits, you can see this is exactly how the page looks, in preview mode. And if I signed out, it would look the same. And if I edit this page, you'll notice no more do the blocks on the page, jump around with a lot of borders and things. We're really trying to make the editing experience as close to the preview experience as possible. And so when I mouse over test heading, you can see that it does in fact highlight green. That means it's a block, and the area tab shows up at the bottom. So I can add more to this area at the bottom, and I can also click test heading to edit it in the page.
Sexy, sexy.
And you'll also notice that there's a little swatch up here with the little move command. More commands might make it in there for different block types as well, but you'll notice if I click on here, there's no more move command in the menu. Instead, I can just click something and move it
Put it where you want it.
right in the page. And we don't get any notification up here because it's not really necessary. It just does it. So if I were to preview my edits, it's already over
Sweet.
there.
Very visceral.
And I can add more stuff. And then I can we have also introduced hopefully, we're trying to make some of the functionality that you can do with concrete5 a bit more easier to discover. So there are times when you might want to add something to a page, but you might not be thinking in terms of, I want to add this to the bottom of a certain area. So you might just say, what can I add? I just want to add an image on it.
This page needs an image.
Yeah. So I can click on this plus at the top of the page, and I get the same image. I get the same thing here, and I can still do this, and then I can just drag my image right into the page, and it will do it there. Of course, I don't actually have any images on this build.
And you can actually do that before you even put the page in edit mode. You can click the plus. It's going to dump that man off if you can in this build. But in the big picture, you can. You go to a page, you're like, oh, this thing
That's
needs
right.
an image gallery. You click a plus, boom, you're already in edit mode. Drag the block where you want it. Hit save, you're done.
That's right. We have not implemented that, but
At
that
some
is
point in the future.
coming.
Yeah.
And you can choose where these blocks go. So no longer are you confined to adding them to the bottom of an area and then moving them. If you want to add content above this auto nav, you just add content
Do it.
above the auto nav.
Pretty nice.
Yeah. And as we get in a little further, we can, I won't spend too much time on this because with Bootstrap 3 it kind of came in and broke a lot of this stuff, but they'll be fixed. We have also overhauled the layouts functionality in this. So you'll see here, if I come into here and add layouts, no longer are they sort of outside the flow of the page. I can, just add these layouts right in the page. Right here, see how they're going to affect my content immediately. I can save them as presets, or I can just add them right there, and the layouts work just that way.
Nice. And they also are honoring a grid type that we pass through in the big picture. Your theme optionally can have a grid definition, whether it's Bootstrap grid or 960 or whatever, and then when you add layouts, you kind of get hard stops at those grid spots. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Like so, since this is a Bootstrap theme, it knows my grid framework tells it of what classes to use and how many columns it can use, and so these are actually the columns as defined by the Bootstrap grid. And so, if I made it 4 columns, this would be span threes throughout the entire thing. And if I add layouts, it will automatically work. And since Bootstrap 3 is responsive, your columns also resize as necessary. And we also made it so that if you add layouts from a grid framework into a sub area, it will know how many columns it can support. Of course, Bootstrap 3 has changed the way that works, so this won't work quite as well as it might have before. But we are the themes themselves will be able to document how they support grids, and the concrete5 layout functionality will work seamlessly with that functionality.
Pretty cool.
I think that's good. Unless
Yeah, that's enough. That's enough. There's
Yeah.
other stuff that's maturing along, but you gotta save something for another
Yeah,
week.
I think
You
so.
guys get antsy, you'll see something more.
Yeah,
Yeah. There you go. Boom. 5.7.
coming at you.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
All right.
Yep. Yeah, I can imagine, as we're switching seats here, I can imagine a question, oh, when do we get it? We're working on it. I think we're still at a month or two, couple months away
Yeah.
from actually having an
Yeah.
alpha that we're going to stick up there. But
But it will be worth the wait.
is well worth the wait. And the plan is to get to a spot where the editing UI is stable, the aggregator's built, the image editor is built, all the basic stuff is there. Call that alpha, and then have another 2 to 3 month window, probably 3-month window, where that just sits as alpha, and the community can really beat it up. Because obviously, if you're a theme developer, there's going to be a whole bunch of new stuff to get excited about.
Yeah.
And we're going to use it to redesign concrete5.org as well.
Yep.
So we're going to get it stable and offer it to the world as alpha, and then use it ourselves to rebuild concrete5.org. And then when all that comes together, late summer will be a magical, everyone should upgrade.
Yep.
So there's the answer to the inevitable schedule question. What else do we got?
Okay, I'm gonna go back through time here and check out some questions in the chat for the Ustream folks out there. Got a question from JSteel123, and they ask, try to manual upgrade from 5.6.1 to 5.6.1.2, but all they got was upgrade to 5.6.1, even when forcing the upgrade. Any ideas for that?
It's not something I've seen. I would double check that you don't have any sort of pointer in your config site.php to a different core, because if you perhaps did a dashboard upgrade once, then tried to do a manual upgrade, the config site.php, if it hasn't been changed to lose that pointer to the old core, will just keep blissfully switching over to 5.6.1. So that would be my guess. Otherwise, I have not seen that in either. I've done manual upgrades and I've done dashboard upgrades.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, a question from Ali Phillips. I see one here. How will third-party blocks be presented in the new ad block interface? Will requirements for icons change?
Yes, they won't break. certainly. And the way that the layout works is it will just position your icon today in the center of that box, and it will they'll be draggable just with the exact same outer container. But for optimal sizing, you might want to start including larger icons, and we'll automatically size them down to 24 by 24, and that will ensure that they look nice on mobile devices with higher resolutions and such.
Got one about the demo from Digia3, and they ask if one uses another grid framework like Foundation 4, how would that work with what we saw today?
So what we will try and do in time for 5.7 is include a number of these framework definition PHP classes, which is just 5 or 6 PHP functions that return the different classes that theme uses. So in 5.7, each theme can have its own custom PHP class associated with it, and in that class you can say this theme uses the Foundation 4 framework, for example, and that's just a PHP file that will either be in the core if we ship it, or you can include in your theme package as well, and then it will point to that, and that file will be written in a standard way to document the theme's capabilities. So there's a function that's like, give me the total columns, give me the classes to make those columns, and it might be span 1, span 2, etc. And then we pass that abstract data into the layout system, and then layouts uses that because it knows what theme grid framework your theme uses.
So yes, you can define that.
You can define it all.
Got one from Hissy NC. They ask, is the new editing UI mobile friendly?
It will be mobile-ish friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Certainly iPad friendly and usable on an iPhone.
Yeah. Yeah, and in general, the administrative interface and logging in and stuff, it was all certainly possible to do, but it will, all of that stuff will be responsive. Now, you might obviously that might pose some interesting challenges when you want to edit a site on a responsive device that is in responsive mode,
Yeah.
but
I can't see what I want yet.
yeah, because it's collapsed down. So we might have to rethink how we present that to you, but in general, yes.
Well, and from a process perspective, there's certainly, I guess, I have seen sites in the wild where it's like, oh god, I can't get back past the news overlay. And that kind of thing. So we are building into our process on this one a couple of week window to say, okay, now this is all built and looks super sexy on our sweet Macs. What does this actually look like on an iPhone? And come back at that, because obviously that ain't.
Yeah,
that's a problem.
And our editor is mobile friendly, and we'll make sure that its toolbar, which spans a significant amount of real estate, will work in a more collapsed mode for a mobile device.
Got one. This is on 5.7 too, just to keep these sort of together, I guess, to a degree. This is from M. Locati. With the new 5.7, is it possible to add blocks on pages before previously added blocks, or will we be able to add them only at the end of areas?
Nope, drag them anywhere you want.
Yep, you can drag them in, and there's a green highlight that shows up at any position in that area.
Yeah, that's part of why we're thinking of that plus in the corner. It's just like, I just really want to add we're not offering this today. Just whoop, boom, right where you want it. Drag and droppy.
And I got one about concrete5.org from Wagdy, and they ask, any luck with the spam in the forums?
God, those spammers! Bangladesh, I'm looking at you. Yeah, we're beating on it right now. I know we're building a list of IPs to have our rack guys block. So, the good of the many are going to have to outweigh the Spock deal on that. But yeah, that's brutal. Last couple of days, I don't know what it is with a
lot of good football matches.
I mean, as an aside, if you're watching,
they might be.
Maybe they might be
looking around the site.
I mean, do you think anyone on our site's gonna click that? We're not gonna click that. We're not fools. We know better. We all know that's spam. And we're deleting it right away. Google's not going to find us a complete and utter waste of your time. Why? Why would you do it? We're giving away free software here. Just go build an add-on. Get on Odesk and make some money. Why are you doing this? It's ridiculous. All right, thank you.
That's fair. That's a
Yeah.
fair point.
Well, that wraps up the questions I see in the forum right now.
Sweet.
Chat window, rather.
All right. Well, yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, there you go. There's a Taste 5.7. We're working hard on it. We're not going to rush it because we think it's awesome, and we really want it to be awesome.
Yeah.
And
Polished.
we're polished, and here's the best answer that we can come up with to the problems that we've been wrestling with for years. So, but we are working hard on it, and yeah, but it's been totally random.
Fridays at 10 a.m. Pacific Time.